Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Extraordinary Danielle. My name is Danielle and today I'm doing a comparison video for you. I want to take a look at some popular Louis Vuitton small leather goods and help you decide which one might be right for you. We're going to take a look and see how they're alike, how they're different, what fits in each one, and what the pros and cons are of each piece, so that if you're looking to purchase any or all of these items, you can decide which one of these items are right for you. Maybe you have some of these items and maybe you're wondering whether it makes sense for you to add another one of these items to your collection or not, and hopefully this video can help you decide if you want to purchase your first piece or another piece to add to your collection. Before we get started with the comparison, I do just want to share this with you because I'm a proud mom, and if you guys have kids you'll understand what I mean. My birthday was last week and I had a great week. I did do a birthday unboxing video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it below in the description box in case you do want to check it out. But my boys ordered me a birthday present. It didn't come in time for my birthday, but they did give it to me this morning, and I wanted to share it with you because I am so touched. It is this beautiful bracelet by Kendra Scott. It's called the Chantel beaded bracelet in rose gold, and I think it is just so delicate and so pretty. I love the way it's adjustable here on the bottom. I really like that. I had told them that I wanted some Kendra Scott jewelry and they picked it out. I just think this bracelet is so pretty, and I was so touched when they gave this to me this morning. I asked my son why he picked out this bracelet, and he said, because Mom, we feel like you have more than enough earrings and we wanted you to have a bracelet. So I just wanted to share that with you because it just really touched my heart as a mom, and if you're a parent, I'm sure you'll understand. So moving on, let's jump into the comparison. Now the pieces that I want to talk about today are the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder, the key pouch, and the Recto Verso card wallet. I also want to touch on a piece that I received recently from a woman. Her name is Niki, and her business is called Rustic Chaos, and she specializes in taking repurposed authentic Louis Vuitton canvas and turning it into different items. And she sent me a key pouch which I absolutely love and I'm using, and I want to show you the way that I'm using that as well in case you are interested in ordering something from her. Now before I talk about all of the ways that these pieces are different and show you each piece individually, I want to talk about the two things that all of these pieces have in common. The first thing is that all of these pieces have the capability and functionality to hold your keys. So that's the first way that all of these items are alike. The second way that all of these items are alike is that they all have the capability and functionality to either hold cards or cash or both in each piece, and I'll show you that as we go. The amount of cards or cash that they're able to hold and the way that they hold the cards or cash is what is different, and that's what I want to show you when I break it down and show you each piece. Let's start with the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder. That is right here, and I am currently using this piece. When the 6-ring key holder is closed, it looks like this. When you open it up, it looks like this on the inside, and you can see it has these little key hooks and it allows you to hold up to 6 keys. Now I do know that some people may double up keys on each of the little hooks. I personally wouldn't recommend doing that. I have had this particular piece repaired by Louis Vuitton twice, and I'll tell you why that is in a minute. On this piece, the way that you can house either cards or cash is in this little slot behind your keys. You can kind of see this. Now, the downfall of that is that, as you can see, it is an open slot on both sides, so it doesn't have a closed end, and for some people, that is a little bit nerve-wracking. Some people don't like to do that for that reason. I have never had an issue with any of my cards or cash falling out. As you can see though, it does not hold any change. When you want to remove keys, it's real easy. You can either remove them right as it is just by sliding it off the little hook. If you want to remove all of the keys, you can press down on both sides of this little lever right here. You can see there's a little lever on both sides, and that entire key rack just slides right off, and you can remove the little hooks and take the keys off if you want to do it that way as well. Now as you can see on this piece, my key fob does stick out of the bottom. It doesn't really cause the 6-ring key holder to be misshapen at all. It's really fine. But as you can see also, this particular piece will not hold any coins. And like I said, I have had to have this piece repaired by Louis Vuitton twice because I have had some cracking on the glazing on the sides, and I have had some pop stitches. Now I will tell you from experience, my recommendation with this is that I wouldn't probably put more than 3 cards and maybe 1 or 2 business cards or loyalty cards in here. Typically what I like to keep in here is my driver's license and a credit or debit card and maybe 1 or 2 business cards. That's about all. If you try to put more cards than that behind your keys in this piece, I think you're going to find that you're really going to stretch the piece out, and you might have the same issues I had with cracking on the glazing or getting some pop stitches. The other thing with this that you're going to find is it's going to make this harder to close, especially if you have a lot of keys or keys that are a little bit bulkier. You really want to make sure that you don't overstuff that open area behind your keys. Now for me personally, this is a ride or die item. I love this item. I don't want to be without this. I absolutely use this every single day. This particular piece for me personally is such a good grab and go piece, because even if I don't take a handbag, even if I don't think that I'm gonna stop anywhere, even if I think that I'm just running to pick up my son from work, or I'm running somewhere where I don't need any money, or I won't need my wallet or a handbag, I always will have my driver's license and a credit or debit card with me in case I do change my mind or something comes up and I do need to stop. If I do need access to a credit or debit card, it's always in here, it's always with me. So for that reason, I absolutely love this piece. And just to show you, this particular 6-ring key holder is brand new. It's a second key holder that I bought to just have a second one on hand. So this is what it looks like, brand new with no keys in it, just so you can see. And you can kind of see from the side that open slot behind the keys. And I did have it monogrammed with my initials. I bought this piece as a backup because I really do love it so much, and I do use it a lot, and I want to have a backup in case anything happens to my other 6-ring key holder. Now, like I mentioned, I was without this piece for about 8 weeks because it was being repaired by Louis Vuitton. I did not use the backup 6-ring key holder that I did purchase earlier during that 8 weeks. Rather, I used the Recto Verso Card Holder during that time, because this card holder, like I said, does have in this zippered compartment the very same D-ring that the key pouch has to hold your keys. Now, the way that this unclips is something that mystified me so much when I got the key pouch, which I had before I got this piece. And you actually pull up from the bottom to open it, and that's how you can insert your keys. Now, once you know how to do it, it's pretty easy, but initially I really struggled with it. But when I figured it out, I thought that's a really good thing, because I felt like my keys were really secure. Now, I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail about this card wallet because I do have videos on this. I will link them in the description box below and above in case you do want to check them out. I will just give you a really quick tour. Now, this particular wallet does allow you to hold your coins, so in this front pocket. And then the nice thing about this is this has this other little pocket right here. This is where I put my business cards, and you can kind of see they stick up a little bit, which is fine with me. On the back, it does have 4 card slots. And then you do have this zippered compartment. So this particular piece, in my opinion, is going to give you the most versatility and the most options, and it's going to function probably the most like a traditional wallet if that's what you're looking for, but you also want something that will hold your keys. Now, I will tell you, for me, when I use either this piece or the key pouch, and I use it for my keys, I do not put my keys inside the zippered compartment, because I just find that it makes both of the pieces way too bulky, and I really can't fit anything else in the zippered compartment. On this piece, I like to keep cash in the zippered compartment, and I do keep a little bit of change here sometimes, but sometimes I don't always like that, because I like to keep these pieces free of change residue, and I'll just use a separate coin pouch. But you can keep change in here. You can also fold up your bills and put it in here. With these card slots, because this is leather on the back, they are more pliable, so even though this is a canvas piece, it does have some give, because the inside zippered pocket is leather and the card slots here are leather as well, so it will give. So I would say you can probably put 2 cards in each card slot. I never do that because I don't really need to do that, and I don't want to stretch out my card slots. I would not advise putting more than 2 cards in each slot, so I would say comfortably you could hold up to 8 cards on the back. You could probably fit about 4 or 5 cards in the zippered compartment if you didn't put your keys in there, and then you could put, honestly, a ton of cards right here. I know some people like to keep like their driver's license and maybe a major credit card or something right here, that it's really easy to access. But this particular pocket actually has a ton of give. You can see all the room that I still have in there. This piece is nice because I find it to be relatively pliable. One thing to keep in mind though, between these three pieces, the Recto Verso card wallet is going to be your biggest, bulkiest piece that you're going to have. So depending on the size of the handbag that you want to carry, if you are carrying a bigger bag, no problem, but if you want to carry a mini bag or you really need to maximize your space, this probably wouldn't be the right pick for you. But overall, I really like the functionality and the options that this particular card wallet gives me, and I think it does do a lot. This also is the most expensive piece that I'm showing you today, so there is a really big price difference between this and the other two pieces. I will put links in the description box below in case you do want to try and get any of these items. Now moving on to the key pouch. I have the key pouch in this particular pattern, in the Damier Azur pattern, and then I also have it in the Monogram. I find this little key pouch super functional, super cute, and I find that it really fits well in a lot of my mini bags. The way I personally like to use this piece is to carry rewards cards, or carry punch cards, or potentially carry coupons sometimes, so that's particularly what I use this for. Now you can see I have quite a bit in this key pouch, and that is with the D-ring inside of here, not pulled out and not in use. But if you look, this is all that can fit. If you take the little D-ring out and let it hang, then it fits more cards comfortably, and it's a little bit easier to open and close. I would say that with the D-ring inside of this pouch, it comfortably fits probably 6 cards or so that are going to be a little bit thicker, like maybe rewards cards, credit cards, driver's license. Thinner cards like business cards, you could probably put like 4 or 5 on top of the 6 or 7 other cards that you put in here comfortably. This will be a little bit harder to open if you have the D-ring inside of this pouch, but I find this pouch to be really functional, and the price point is really good. Now the last piece I want to talk about is a piece that I mentioned that I got from a woman. Her name is Niki, and her business is called Rustic Chaos, and like I said, she does take authentic Louis Vuitton canvas and she does repurpose it into different items. So I did buy this key pouch from her. So this is what the key pouch looks like. I feel like her quality and craftsmanship is really, really good. The zipper is really smooth. And then on the inside of the pouch, it does have this little clip where you can clip your keys, or you can clip it to a tote or a different bag. So that's really nice as well. And the way that I like to use this, and the reason I wanted this, was to house some lipstick and some makeup items. So I have a couple of lipsticks in here right now, and I have some flosser picks in here, and that's what I like to keep in here. Now I can't remember, but I think you can choose whether or not you want that added key ring on here or not. I think that you have the option of having that put on or not put on. I wanted a key pouch that was larger than the size of the Louis Vuitton key pouch because I wanted to be able to store lipsticks and other things in that, so I got the larger size, but she does have a size that's smaller as well, but you can kind of see the difference. If you do want to see the smaller size, check out my birthday unboxing because I do unbox it in that video and I show you it in that particular video. Comparing it to the Recto Verso, it's just slightly shorter, but as you can see, the width is about the same. So width-wise, they're about the same, and it is slightly shorter, but you can fit more in this pouch. This pouch is more pliable. I couldn't fit these lipsticks that I have in here in my Recto Verso. Also, the price point of this is really, really good as well. So I will put Niki's information in the description box below as well. If you do want to order anything from her, I highly recommend her. I love her products. They're really high quality. They feel really nice, and you can definitely tell that it is genuine Louis Vuitton canvas that she does use. The other nice thing about this key pouch from Niki is that it is readily available. She does custom make these. As you probably know, the key pouch from Louis Vuitton is really, really hard to get your hands on. You probably already know that a lot of the canvas pieces from Louis Vuitton are hard to come by nowadays. Louis Vuitton isn't really making those pieces very readily available. I had to really call client services a ton continually and stalk the website in order to get these key pouches that I got recently. They were not easy to come by, and it took a lot of effort on my part, so I was really happy to have this option from Niki. One of the last points I want to make about all these pieces, which could be the deciding factor for you regarding which piece you should go for, especially if you're looking at starting your collection with Louis Vuitton or dipping your toe in by getting a small leather good, and maybe you're trying to decide which one would be the best bang for your buck, which one would offer you the most. The one thing I want to point out is that the rest of these pieces, aside from the 6-ring key holder, may not house your keys inside the piece, depending on how many keys you carry and depending on how bulky your keys are. And that may be a deciding factor for you if you have handbags that have suede interior or delicate interior or leather interior that you don't want getting scratched. This is the only key holder or piece that I have that's like this that I can personally, for myself, guarantee that my keys are held inside something where they will not scratch the inside of my handbag. Now, some handbags that I have, I don't really care about that, but some of the handbags I have that I know have a leather interior or that might have a delicate fabric like suede or something else inside that I don't want getting damaged or scratched, or maybe I have other small leather goods that are a lambskin leather or more delicate leather. If you've got small leather goods that are more expensive or more delicate and you want to make sure that they don't get scratched by your keys, this is the piece that I would recommend in that case, because it's the only piece that you'll really be guaranteed to have your keys housed in something where they will not be exposed to scratch the inside of your handbag or scratch other small leather goods. So for me, if I only could keep one of these pieces, which one would I keep? It would be this particular piece, because I use it so much and I really like its functionality, and for me, this is the piece that I get the most cost per wear, that offers me personally the best bang for my buck. But for a lot of people, the piece that I would recommend probably the most would be the Recto Verso Card Holder. Now, even though that is the most expensive piece that I've showed today, I do think it offers the most in terms of functionality, in terms of ways that you can use it, and in terms of what it offers as far as versatility and room and the amount that it can hold. So that will bring us to the final question of which of these small leather goods would be right for you. Well, that's a question that only you can answer, but I would highly consider your lifestyle. I would consider how many keys you carry. I would also consider how many cards you like to carry at any given time, and whether or not you carry business cards, loyalty cards, rewards cards, and whether or not you want to house all of that in one place with one small leather good, or whether you're willing to break that up and carry multiple small leather goods to house all your cards and your cash. Those are things that I would highly recommend you consider before you choose a piece. But I would say any of these pieces are fantastic. Any of these pieces are wonderful pieces to add to your collection, whether you already have an existing collection or whether you are just starting your collection. I highly recommend these pieces. Let me know in the comments below, do you have any of these pieces? How do you like them? What's your favorite small leather good from Louis Vuitton that you've purchased? What is your ride or die? What do you use the most? I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I hope you found this helpful. I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. And remember, beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself, and confidence is the most important accessory that you can wear.